steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
George Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey,
Here we
Rashad.
go. There's an argument against streamers, Big Loon. He uploaded this. Shout out to Big Loon. He's been making content for a little while. And he said it's going to come across as hate, but it's not. And he said at DDG at plaqueboymax. My thing with it was plaqueboymax. I mean, DDG's an actual rapper. So it's like, and he's been rapping with major artists. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's fair to rope DDG in these conversations. I feel like he should have a little more respect, you know, playing Rolling Loud and having a successful music career, multi-platinum artist, multi-certifications, gold, all that stuff. Like, it's nothing to sneeze at. So yeah.
To the stream, what happens for you for your business? What do you leave in the stream with? All right, let's look at plaqueboymax. He's leaving the stream with what? A song, a cosign, culture, equity. What do you leave in the stream with? Nothing. Not even clips that are gonna withstand the next week or so. It's a bunch of funny shit. I've watched the record labels try to maneuver and move rap, Nick.
Oh, D-Lou, by the way, has made an entire career off of the plaqueboymax stream. By the way, shout out to D-Lou. He's been doing his artistry thing for a little minute now. It's crazy because we were talking about the method to getting on, and I said I feel like the internet, you skip steps, and he said, how so? I'm talking to Bass Swag. Bass Swag is the main interview, and I said back in the day, not even back in the day, but say 2013, you got to go through local shows, local open mics, local venues and stuff like that, where you're paying to perform, and you put out music and you put out music on SoundCloud. Say you get 200 plays, then you get 1,000 plays, then you get 2,000 plays, then you get a song to get 20,000 plays, and now you got a little buzz in the city. And then you get a song with 50,000 plays, and now you do shows in the city, right? Doing shows at the clubs and this and that. Then you get a song with 100,000 plays. Now you really lit. Now you're getting calls from Connecticut and the surrounding states and the Northeast area to come and perform at day clubs and stuff like that. Your song that's got 100,000 plays. And, you know, now you get your first music video on World Star. Now you got a World Star video. Now, you know what I'm saying? You're working your way up. So when you blow up and you have your big moment on a national worldwide stage, okay, I've been working on my craft. I know how to perform. I know how to act. I know how difficult it is to make rap. When you come out with your first song and your first song becomes a hit and you automatically got to go on a Rolling Loud stage or a stage with 3,000, 5,000 people, like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like I feel like you thrown into failure, a position to fail. So I brought this point up to Bass Swag, and then D-Lou, he said, bro, you trying to put a number on it. There is no number. There is no formula to do this. Like, it's just art. And I said, yeah, but you agree with what I said? And he was like, oh, maybe. And so we all talked about that. And yeah, that was D-Lou and my brief interaction with him on TV, on camera. But like, so D-Lou a couple months later goes on the plaqueboymax stream with, you know, the entourage for Cash and Bass Swag. And the dude becomes a sensation. Now he a part of plaqueboymax's streams, and he's on Zoe Spencer's streams, Zoe Spencer, everything like that. Like that all happened from just you know what I'm saying, just being around at the right time. And D-Lou's a talented dude. Like he's a good artist. He got a song with Bass Swag that I was like, yo, he sound good on that. I like the joint. That was crazy on but like I like the song. He did a good job on the song.
Away from podcasts because information was coming out of podcasts. Was sitting down and figuring out deals. Kanye West will sit down and change the game. Go to Breakfast Club. Jay-Z had 2 or 3 interviews and literally changed the trajectory of young men's thinking. The rappers nowadays sitting with streamers and putting their hand in a bag, trying to see what do you think that is. I think that's a rat. It might be a rat in there. You niggas Playing. Nigga playing, P.
Yo,
You niggas
the
playing. You
Kai
niggas ain't
Cenat
building
is
no real.
crazy.
You see what I'm saying? You niggas on the same road Jay-Z was on. Homie, say, homie, this the same road Master P was on. James Lindsay was on. QCP was on. Coach K was on.
James Lindsay.
Diddy was on. 50 was on. Billionaires come up off this road, nigga.
Shout out Master P.
Y'all gonna sit
trucks
around
on the
playing
freeway.
video games?
I got trucks on the freeway, Playboy. Shout out Master P. I know. Shout out James Lindsay as well. I said it during the video, but you know, during the video, you can't really hear me over the audio.
And bullshitting around. It's a time for that, and it's a culture for that. And I salute that because I play video game. And those of you that's in my Discord know this. But I'm telling you, man, when you are on the court and you in a game of this magnitude, you got to do everything in your ability to continue to put points on the board and also plan for the next game. See, a lot of y'all niggas really is so confused. You got to plan for the next quarter, brother. Like you had a good first quarter. Like you had a good first quarter of your career. You know, nigga be doing this 20 years, 25 years. Like you had a great first quarter. You got to plan on the set. What are you doing in your second quarter of your career? Still rapping? Still going to get with them same producer nigga and still rapping about the same? Listen, bro, you got to map this shit out. And you can't run around chasing children as, you know, streamers, kids, respectfully to them. And this ain't got nothing to do with me shunning them, homie. We building infrastructure.
DDG is 27 with multi-platinum records. Like, so to throw DDG name in this is crazy.
Structure. We're in the wild, wild west of tech. You nigga gotta help
He is a father.
build businesses and brands, period. And if a don't like that, he don't respect it, he don't gotta respect it. Let's get back to the big U thing. Cause I'm all over the place giving major game today.
Also, I gotta say, most of the people that been on stream with DDG and plaqueboymax, if I have an interview, my man's is interview or my homegirls interviewed them. Like, let's go down the list. Hold on. Let me just go to shoot, even Kai Cenat, if you being for real, I interviewed Lil Baby too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all this to say it's not like these people are just shunning journalists altogether. Now I haven't interviewed Nicki Minaj, but I haven't interviewed Offset, but I have done stuff of like Offset type stuff. I have interviewed Quavo. One of the Migos, and I was supposed to interview all the Migos, bro. In 2017, this is a whole nother story. 2017, I'm a senior in college. It's spring break at Georgia State. And the back half of spring break, my senior year, I'm at A&T. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina at A&T for NABJ short course at A&T on A&T's campus. And I was up there for the weekend. And like one of the days, it was like a random Wednesday. So I said weekend, but it was like a Wednesday, right? That Wednesday, bro, was Migos just announced a pop-up show at the Hawks game, and it was against the Grizzlies, bro. And Migos at the time, 2017, was the hottest thing in the world. This is fresh. You know, it was that January where Gambino won Atlanta Golden Globes, and he brought up the whole staff at the Golden Globes stage, and he said, shout out to Atlanta for just being so black, and shout out to Migos for making Bad and Bougie. It's like the greatest song of all time. Like ever since he said that, boy, Migos went to another level. So they had the peak of Migos, 2017, bro. 2017, that was January where he did the speech. In March, just 2 months later, Bad and Bougie, still the biggest record in the world. They decided to do a pop-up at the Hawks game, bro. And they announced it Monday night, I think maybe even Tuesday night. And when they announce it, my boy Jelani hits me up. Jelani now working with TNT Sports, Turner Sports, as a publicist. And this man said, Rashad, you want to come interview Migos? He asked me, and he called me up and asked me in advance to try to get my name on the list because earlier that season, Lil Yachty performed. Lil Yachty performed at the game, and I was supposed to get an interview on him. They said, you want to interview with Yachty? I said, yeah. They said, "Oh, Yachty, I'm sorry, Yachty. He don't feel like it." I said, "Goshly." And the Yachty interview to me was a big deal because we from the same county. So it's like we got a lot of mutual friends. I know like the local people that he was still collaborating with when he got on. I'm like, bro, I interview like some of these people in Cobb that you got music with and you do shows with, and and we got a lot of the same mutual friends. It makes sense for us to do this interview. And like you kind of the biggest out of Cobb right now. Man, I ran into bro at a later game. I said, bro, I've been trying to get an interview with you all year, bro. I'm from Cobb, this and that. Woo, woo. I said his real name was crazy. And he was just like, oh, okay. Right now? I said, no, right now we could do it later. We never did the interview, obviously. It's not on the channel. So I say all that to say that. But most other people on Kai stream, on plaqueboymax stream, and DDG stream, they're all people like I've interviewed before as well. I haven't interviewed Chris Brown. Like the people from the Mafia Don, I feel like that's different. In LA, Mafia Don, that's different. But the people who came to his house in Atlanta, like a lot of those people I've interviewed, or if I haven't interviewed my homegirl has interviewed them as well. So I say all that to say artists just aren't straight up ignoring journalists. I do think, instead of like long sit downs, 20-minute sit downs and stuff like that, the streamers are more like kind of likely to get that. But it's a game, bro. You got to keep up with the game. Like if they doing that, okay, what am I going to do to make my platform attractive enough to get the people to come back? Or how am I going to keep myself lit enough to where I don't need guests and I don't need the artists to come? That's how I think. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to tell the story of others, but it's like, shoot, if they're going to shut me out, how can I still tell the story and do my job? So that's it with that situation of media personalities beefing. Now I want to talk about the king of the
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.